You don't mess with a kid whose dad has nothing to lose. I knew I was in trouble the second Mr. Harrison's Ferrari crunched into the gravel driveway of our shabby rental house. Dad and I don't get many visitors in fancy cars, especially not the father of the most popular girl in my grade. "Emma," Dad called from downstairs. "Someone's here to see you." My stomach dropped like I'd swallowed a bowling ball. I already knew why Mr. Harrison was here. Last week, I'd punched his precious daughter Lily right in her perfect nose after she'd spent months torturing me about Mom's death. Does your mom enjoy being worm food? Wasn't something I could let slide, even if it meant getting suspended. I dragged myself downstairs, expecting to find Dad looking disappointed, his "we'll talk about this later" face that had become more common since Mom died last year. But what I saw instead shocked me more than the time Joey Peterson. "You have to understand something about my father. Since Mom's funeral, he's been a ghost, going through the motions, trying his best to keep me fed and clothed while working 2 jobs. The light behind his eyes had gone out. I'd catch him sometimes, staring at Mom's photo at 3 a.m., so still I thought he might have stopped breathing. But the man standing in our living room right now? He was a stranger wearing my dad's skin. "Mr. Calloway," Mr. Harrison was saying, his expensive suit making our second-hand furniture look even shabbier. "Your daughter brutally attacked mine in an unprovoked." "Emma," Dad cut him off, his voice unnervingly calm. "Would you please tell Mr. Harrison exactly what Lily said to you?" I swallowed hard. "She asked if my mom was enjoying being worm food." Mr. Harrison's face twitched. "Children say thoughtless things, but violence is never thoughtless?" Dad actually laughed, but it was a sound that made the hair on my arms stand up. "Your daughter has been bullying mine for months, since her mother died of cancer. And you want to talk to me about violence?" Mr. Harrison straightened his silk tie. "I'm on the school board, Mr. Calloway, and my family donates substantially to—" "I don't give a damn if you own the school." Dad stepped closer to him, and even though Mr. Harrison was taller, he took a step back. "Let me make something abundantly clear. I have already lost the love of my life. The only thing I have left in this world is my daughter. I have nothing else to lose." The tension in the room was suffocating. I'd never seen Dad like this, like a wire pulled too tight, about to snap. "Is that a threat?" Mr. Harrison whispered. Dad smiled. It wasn't a nice smile. "Not at all. It's a promise that I will defend my daughter with every resource at my disposal." "You don't have resources," Mr. Harrison sneered, regaining some confidence. "You're a nobody living in a rental house." Dad didn't flinch. "I wasn't always a nobody." That's when I remembered. Before Mom got sick, before we lost everything to medical bills, Dad hadn't been a warehouse worker and weekend security guard. He'd been something else entirely. "You know what?" Dad continued, pulling out his phone. "I think it's time I made a call to the IRS about some interesting discrepancies I noticed when I was handling the payroll for your company 3 years ago." Mr. Harrison went white. "You wouldn't." "Try me," Dad said softly. "Like I said, I have nothing to lose. Do you?" The silence that followed was the longest 10 seconds of my life. After Mr. Harrison stormed out, slamming our door so hard that Mom's butterfly wind chime fell and shattered, I turned to Dad. "What just happened?" Dad knelt down to my level, his hands gentle on my shoulders. The Dad I recognized again. "Emma, sometimes people think they can hurt others without consequences because they have money or power, but they're wrong. Am I still in trouble at school?" "No," Dad said. "But there's something you should know about me, something I should have told you sooner." That night, Dad revealed the truth. Before I was born, he hadn't been an accountant like I'd always believed. He'd been something much more dangerous. Something that had allowed him to know things about powerful people, things they desperately wanted to keep hidden. "I got out of that life when I met your mother," he explained. "We wanted something normal for you." I sat on my bed, trying to process that my quiet, defeated dad had once been someone feared. So what happens now? Dad's eyes had that dangerous gleam again. "Now, we're going to make sure no one at that school ever hurts you again." "But Emma," he held my gaze, "what I'm about to do, the people I'm going to have to contact, there's no going back. Are you ready for that?" I thought about Lily, about all the other kids who'd made my life hell since Mom died. I thought about how they'd made me feel small and alone. "I'm ready," I said. I had no idea that my answer would set in motion events that would change everything, not just for me and Dad, but for our entire town. By this time next week, the principal would be under investigation, half the school board would resign, and the Harrison family would put their mansion up for sale. And that was just the beginning. Would you like a part 2? Let us know in the comments.
Like and subscribe for more.